Head in the game.
Back in week 4, the Colts won their first game against the Titans. Can Tennessee even the score?
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first overall pick from a couple of drafts ago, former Clemson Tiger Trevor Lawrence.
I love his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they can be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. Well, that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Colts sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. But they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And he'll wind up getting this to the 32, a play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down. Lawrence will throw. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now Lawrence to throw. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways. But you're right, they want to run their offense through him.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
This is caught, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
Taylor looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line.
Holding offense.
That one's on the former Patriot, Joe Thuney.
Still first down.
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Now Lawrence. And it's caught. Touchdown, Colts. Jonathan Taylor, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here come the Titans for their first possession on offense, and leading them out in his fourth. Team 10th overall in the NFL, Ryan Tannehill.
And coming up of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It was too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Titans. Robert Woods, 70 yards. And the Titans are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Crosby connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the interception, here's Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. First down in the red zone. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a first down. 7-7, our score after. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On first down, Tannehill. Dancing to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. That one goes for 8 yards.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running.
Henry is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Bobby Okereke running in and bringing him down.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Now Tannehill on 3rd and goal. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
The kick by Crosby is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. He goes 102 yards from one end zone to the other.
And the Colts have regained the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead is now 14-10. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. A kind of a throwback weekend for our primetime games here in Week 7. Later tonight, a couple of the great AFC teams of the 70s do battle. The Steelers and Dolphins from Miami on Sunday night. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Bears and Patriots from Foxborough. A rematch of Super Bowl 20. Bears won that one 46-10. But fear not for the Patriots. If I remember correctly, well, they've won a few in the years following. Henry again on 2nd down.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Third and 2, Tannehill.
He's got his man. That's Woods on the out route.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wilson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Oh, he's going up top for Wilson.
He's got it at the 15.
And he'll be ridden out of bounds all the way down at the 15-yard line.
A big play that time for the Titans. 44 yards. From the red zone now, Tannehill. And he'll just get rid of it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Tannehill. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Tannehill. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now Mason Crosby on for the field goal. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. The kick by Crosby is good, and the lead is down to 1 now, 14-13. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
They go play action now. Lawrence. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. On play action, Lawrence. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt, and it'll be Titan football. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's Tannehill. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. And going right back to Pittman. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Lawrence.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Meanwhile, Lawrence is thrown into the hands of Pittman here. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal.
From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that'll move their lead up to 4 now.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week.
The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports.
The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
Second down, they go again with Henry.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And let's face it, we all continue to imagine what we could have seen from Derrick Henry without his injury last season, because he was on pace to be the first ever player with multiple 2,000-yard seasons. Even in only 8 games, he still finished 9th in the NFL in rushing. Simply put, an incredible accomplishment.
First down, Titans, gain of 12.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. From just shy of midfield, Tannehill, and he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 41-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. From the gun, here's Tannehill.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line.
70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, Lawrence. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs.
And the ball is free. Taylor lost it. It's picked up by the Titans. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral it down near the 11-yard line. First and 10 at the 11. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Colts 5-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends. Back now in Nashville. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the fourth quarter. From the 5, 2nd and 4. Here's Tannehill. And it's a Titans touchdown. Robert Woods with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Titans have taken a fourth quarter lead. Crosby with the extra point. That gives them a 3-point lead. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. 2nd and 10 now. It's Lawrence. And a throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
We constantly having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays, but you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away from the 6. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And the Colts getting ready to go. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence out to the right and complete to Pittman. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this one is incomplete.
When When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Well, that's the third interception for Lawrence. Picked up by Elijah Molden. And the Titans are going to have a short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A first down carry for Henry. And some room to run now. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
105 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
This offense on third down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Tannehill.
That's to Burks, and he's got it. Touchdown, Tennessee.
3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill.
And the Titans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the fourth quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Now Crosby for the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it was Treylon Burks capping things off with a touchdown catch. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Indy set to go on offense once more. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up second down.
Lawrence will throw.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
He'll get that complete to Albert O.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
From midfield now, Lawrence.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Here's Lawrence to throw. The toss here completed to Pittman. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence.
Got his man, Robbie Anderson.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on 4th down.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw.
Back to the same target, Campbell.
Touchdown! Paris Campbell, his first touchdown on the year.
score. And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. 118 yards on the ground for him so far. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll run it again with Henry. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. The Titans go victory formation as they take a knee. Tannehill to a knee, and that ought to be the final act of this ball game. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week,